And we are live. Welcome back to another episode of On the Block. I am your host, Nini81, joined by co-host KM1997 and Sir Dragon, aka Kenny and Jacob. Also
Finish,
joined by
John.
sorry, I'm looking at the Jacob screen.
I'm Jacob.
John, sorry. Also, she's also a co-host. She'll pop in here and there whenever time is right for her. It's Hobo Tree, aka Liza. Say hello, Liza.
Liza. It's Liza.
Liza, sorry. I need to keep that in my head, Liza. And then our special panel member for this episode will be Survivor All-Star, aka Jacob. Say hello. Thank
Hi.
you. Hi. So before we start this episode, a quick thing that we always have to get is to both Hobo and Jacob. Quick initial opinions of the season so far.
When I saw it, my expectations were low, and they somehow got lower as it kept going. So I was kind of mad. I don't really like work, but he was like the Runaways eviction last season, where he was causing pointless drama, and it's slightly entertaining to watch. And Swish stayed over him. And then after Swish stayed, again, am I on the right thing? Right?
Well,
am I on the right day?
Yeah, but let's just quickly on to who would you choose as your winner?
Right now, I'd say probably Studa.
Okay.
If I had to guess.
Liza, what is your opinion on the season?
Well, I have TJ as my winner pick, so I'm just gonna stick to that.
Oh my God.
What?
All right. Why TJ?
Well, I chose him before the season started. I was tossing up between him and Congo. Just because I don't know. Just got a feeling, I feel like they're both they're good players, but they can kind of make bad decisions sometimes.
I'll be pleasantly surprised if TJ wins. I'll be pleasantly surprised.
Come on, Kenny. Root for season 11.
No,
having
I
a
don't.
coach is going to help them, be grounded and stuff, and yeah. Anyway.
All right. Well, picking up from where we left off on last episode, ending on day 2, with our revealing who the coaches were and who they chose as their team. We also found out that because of the coaches' last picks, the people that they picked last were the nominees for this round, which ended up being Arceus, Best K, War NG, Harley Quinn, Mix, and Swish. Now, the initial reaction to this is that the targets would either be Best K or Swish. Now that the day kind of did go over to a new day, because that was the instant reaction that it was going to be Best K or Swish. Do you still think today that was going to be one of them, or do you think that somehow the target would have somehow moved over to the other 3?
I think it was clearly Swish. No matter what happened, Swish was going to be the one to go. The others didn't have to post the pre-box. Swish was going to go regardless.
Apparently, there was something about how Mix might have gone, but
Swish got
that.
half the votes out of 5 people. He got half of the votes.
The closest person to him was less than half.
Well, damn.
But I think there's a bigger picture to tell when you look at the numbers there, but I don't think we need to get into that yet.
Yeah. All right. So let's go down the line and say who did you evict and why? Let's start with Liza.
Look, I evicted Best K because his blog sucked, in the sense that I couldn't read it and it was annoying, and I thought Swish would go anyway, so I didn't feel too bad about it.
John?
I also evicted Best K. I evicted him because of the fact that he was already nominated, and I also just felt like out of the people that was nominated, he didn't put the best effort forward in his plea, and I just felt like the other four had more potential to do better in the game.
Jacob.
I also evicted Best. Yeah, I didn't like his blog at all. It didn't make any sense to me. And yeah,
I didn't evict Best K, nor did I evict Swish. I mean, I think it's clear I evicted Harley Quinn, but like I said, I knew Swish was going. Like that was just the clear consensus. But,
Well,
yeah.
I did not evict Best K, Swish, or Harley Quinn. I evicted Arceus. And I chose Arceus because, John, you said that it seemed like Best K put less effort into it. But in my opinion, Arceus looks like he's putting less effort into this entire game.
It's blonde.
So, I mean, the fact that I get it that Best K was going to go up or Swish went up back to back, but no one's looking at how Arceus looks like he's not even playing the game.
But is that maybe a strategy though? Like maybe he's trying to give off that appearance. Maybe he's doing a lot more, and we just don't see it because we're not in the game.
Why would
But
you? Why would
like,
you want the public to see that you're not playing?
You shouldn't want to give that like perception to the public. But
yeah,
back to Swish really quick. I feel really bad for the kid because like what happened. I think the surviving nominees should have been like immune from going up because it was clear if Work came back, he was going to get evicted, and Swish came back, as we saw, he got 48%, and 5 people were on the block. So it was just a wasted day.
But I also want to bring up the point here is that if you look at the since I guess we're talking about this now, if you look at the housemate votes, 10 of the votes went towards Swish. That's if each of their vote counts as 3, that's a total of 30 votes. I think if you take away that, it's a lot closer, and it was the house that evicted Swish, not the public.
Oh, I think he would have gone still, but it would have been closer, yes. But I still think it would have.
I think it would have been like 21, 22 or whatever, but I think it would have been a lot closer.
Yeah,
a lot closer.
Okay, well, now that the cat's out the bag because y'all couldn't wait, yes.
I mean, everyone knows what happened. Nate.
I know, but I mean, yes, Swish was the one evicted, yes, but we're going to go through each of their blogs. It's like just justify them as a player themselves. Swish was the one evicted, and so let's just look at his blog first. It was a short blog, but basically he went up because of a twist that was going to screw him anyway. And
exactly.
There was really nothing he could have plead, which kind of sucks because, I mean, any common sense would be they couldn't think like, let's say the kid and Andrew was nominated, and they like, okay, no, they're.
Why would the kid be?
Wait, no. I'm saying put the guy. Sorry, put the guy or Andrew in Best on Work in Swish's place. Do you still think they would have got chosen if it was them instead of Work and Swish, or they would have been chosen last too because they were nominated?
Well, since it was surviving nominee, they may have been chosen last. Yes, because you don't know who's gonna come back. That's why. But I think they would have had a better chance at coming back though. I mean, like they would have had a better shot at being picked before the last round.
Okay, so.
But I know what you're trying to say though, because like it really does put them at a disadvantage. Like it's kind of bullshit.
Yeah.
But.
I think the only way, like, to even consider making this even possibly, like, quote unquote fair, which I mean, it's a game. Twists happen. Twists are never fair for the people that it affects. And speaking of someone who got screwed by a twist, but I think if you were to quote unquote make this fair, you would have to give the person who survived that first vote immunity.
Yeah, that's the only way it would have been fair. It would have been fair. Twist, they're like is like an equal opportunity. This like they didn't have any type of control over this. So it was just not a good play on Super Doodle.
Agreed. So where do you feel is the reason people wanted to evict Swish? There is literally no reason to evict Swish.
The public or the players?
the public. The players will get to that in a second because that, like our once host Jeremy said, that was a chic move,
It
and
was, but
we'll get onto that later. But what are your opinions on why the people voted out Swish?
I think yesterday with Swish and Work being up, it was like they didn't. I don't think anyone really cared who went. So like the surviving, they went up. I think it would have been gone anyway because the only person Work could have probably beat was Swish. The only person Swish could have probably beat was Work. So I don't really think they had a puncher's chance at any point, really.
I think Swish kind of gives off the vibe of being like an annoying little kid, I guess. Like he annoys me sometimes when I talk to him. But like I don't think that's a valid reason to evict him just because you just don't like him. Like you should vote based on how you think he's playing. I guess.
Well, I mean, he can't even spell some right, so
yeah.
I mean,
Are you named Chef up?
I think that's a lot of the reason why Jack went up. He was just like Swish was like the lesser of two evils, I guess.
So, okay, so with that, let's move to Best K, who was going to be a nominee either way. Now he went on a little thingy. Didn't if you read his blog?
I skimmed it.
Okay, what basically was his blog about? And no one knows.
I mean, I didn't really understand it.
Okay, well let's just look at his little bulletins.
I think it was a lot of trying to. It was in my opinion, it was a lot of trying to like be like, oh look at me, I'm doing this. Look at me, I got blood on my hands. Like, oh, I'm being such a good player. When it's like the game's only been going on for 2 days. The first move wasn't even really considered a big move. And if you're trying to make a claim of that, then it's really weak. And it felt fake. It felt really like you're trying to push really hard that you're a big player when in reality you're probably doing what everyone else is doing.
No one should claim the Work and Swish move. Not only was it like 14 or 15 people, it's kind of a bad move anyway. So, like it wasn't a game-changing move. Like it didn't shock anyone.
Well, he says that for day 2 that he really tried to make a move, and he brings drama apparently and entertainment. Do you feel that? And that he also says that this game he's not being the sheep. Do you?
That's what everyone says. Everyone says that in every one of the nomination books. Like,
I think Amy Sunshine was the only person who admitted to being a sheep in ZB history. Nobody's gonna admit to being a sheep. Like that's kind of
except for ZBB2.
I feel there's nothing wrong with being a sheep though. It's just how you sheep.
No matter what, if you put that in your blog, pre-blog, you're not gonna gain any fans by doing that. So it's just kind of stupid to put something like that in your blog anyway.
You don't need to say that you're not a sheep.
How about you just don't mention anything about sheep in period? Just give your perspective on what's happening.
If that's your game, then own it. Don't be making up that you're actually doing stuff if you actually were a sheep, because that's worse.
But there's ways to say it that's better than I'm sheeping someone. Like there's a lot better ways that you can say that a lot better in a blog than saying, oh, I'm sheeping. You could be crafty. You could be crafty with your words.
You can give your reason on why you did a certain thing. Like it doesn't, how you think it helps you going forward.
Sorry.
Also, when people make these long vlogs, does he have bullets and summarizing what he was saying?
Yes, right here.
Okay, yeah, that's what what everyone should do because everyone's making these essay blogs that I read.
Don't want to read.
Yeah, I just don't want to read.
Well, let's move to Arceus because this is the longest blog I've seen Arceus do. He was a day late on his little introduction blog, and now he posts his thing in which it feels like it's a bunch of nothingness, in my opinion. But still, he's not on anyone's radar for the public wise.
I think it had better quality than the manuals.
But do you feel that RCS is playing a good game?
I think he's playing a decent enough game right now.
I don't think he was playing the worst game out of the nominees.
Yeah, I think Swish was playing the worst game. It was just he got screwed over, but I do think he was playing the worst. Because like if one round
You're probably like one of his 2 votes.
one round you get like 15 nomination votes, and the next round you get 10 house votes to evict, you're not really playing that well, clearly.
Yeah. Yep.
And I think RCC might just be like this early, someone who's not that well known. I don't think they would really go put themselves out there, because say they put themselves out there and they end up going on the block because of it. Like I don't think he has the backing to win a one-on-one vote just yet, depending on who is against them. But I don't think he's like really as popular as really anyone in the game as of now.
What does popularity mean have to do with playing the game or not?
I said I don't think he wants to put himself out there like in the house because it could get him on the block, which he might not be confident in his ability of surviving the block just yet, which is fair.
Well, we move on to Harley Quinn, who did a vlog, which I'm not watching, but apparently there's bulletins here. Did any of you watch Harley Quinn's vlog?
Nope.
I didn't watch it.
But I do want to say something real quick about that, because I did not have the time to watch the vlog, and he put bulletins there, and I'm sorry, but those bulletins were so weak. Like, if you're going to put bulletins, give me something more than what you did. Like, they were not helpful bulletin points at all.
I did that. I did bulletins when
Give me bulletins, but make them useful. Like be useful. Like, if you look at his is not helpful at all.
I feel like a lot of people are gonna be like, he says that he feels a twist wasn't fair.
No one is a fan of his twist. So.
Like, twists aren't known for being fair. I mean,
how do you campaign?
This particular twist was just not. It just wasn't fair to no one that got nominated except for Best K, because he was going up anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, but then how do you campaign? Basically, for the fact that because of this twist, you're up because of this twist, not because of your gameplay. Except for Best K, which we don't know. I don't know. I know somebody made a blog about it, but we still don't know why people wanted to nominate Best K. It probably wasn't his fault. Just someone maybe in the majority alliance targeted him, and he couldn't do anything about it. But everyone else,
no, he didn't cover that in his blog.
Yeah.
I think he could be considered a popularity threat, in my opinion. I think he probably was seen as a threat in the eyes of the players.
Best K.
Yeah, that doesn't sound right.
He could be kind of a loose cannon, so those people are not fun to play with. Did they ever release the nomination points for that round?
Yes, they did.
For the round he went, like where him and Tim would have been the noms. They released the nomination points.
He did. They did.
What were they? Where are they?
They were very close. 9, 8, 5, 3.
Not today. I'm not talking about today. I'm talking about yesterday.
Oh, yesterday?
I'm looking. Hold on.
Day two, right?
They never released the nomination
Oh,
points.
no, sorry. I didn't hear that.
Yeah, they didn't.
Yeah, I still want to see how they would have been. That would have been, nice. Give more insight.
Okay, sorry. Where are we? Sorry, my head's...
We were on Harley Quinn's plea blog.
Harley, okay. Aside from the plea blog, what are you feeling of Harley Quinn's game from the other blogs that he has hosted? Is Harley Quinn in a good spot within this game?
It's really hard to say at this point. Like, we can't really. I don't think you can. The only way you can really say someone is playing bad is if they got the nomination points that Swish had and he's evicted already. I don't think it's really up in the air with everyone else. I mean, Tim Man isn't looking too good right now. He got nominated twice in a row, basically, but full story.
Oh, Okay. Little quick detour. I've been looking for this real quick. For any of you watching the game, who's playing the game and watching it, if you make a vlog, this is how you do bull points. Because I made a 21-minute video that nobody wanted to sit through, and so I made sure I let you know which part was which to go to. That's how you do bulletins. But I'm gonna let y'all read that while a second. But while you're on that, let's talk about Mix. Did we talk about Mix?
No, we haven't.
No.
Because he came also close to being, well, not really. No one came close, but
Yeah.
he got votes. So why did he get votes?
Honestly, I'm not sure. Like, yeah. I don't think that he's doing anything wrong right now.
I think Swish's teammates are the ones that that probably voted Mix. Like,
Yeah.
they just didn't want to vote their teammate.
Okay, let's get to his thingy. Oh, and there's another. Oh, Josh Peck, another long thing. Oh, he calling out his nominees. Okay, let's read that. Harley, apparently how he picked out was that Harley got last in his first season, blah blah. RCS is a known guy. Best K is a known to be a floater. What's the point of calling all this out? Is he talking about why they were picked last?
Yeah, he's just talking about why they picked the loss.
Okay. Sucks. Boom. Did he? Oh yeah. See, literally, this is hard to make a plea blog. He's not really talking about his game in this blog, is he? And he says it right here. Like, it's hard to campaign, but he still, for some reason, still got votes, and I'm kind of confused on that.
I think a majority of those came from the House. Like when you look at how the numbers are broken down, with the 3 votes, being that those are going to be 9 total, I think you're looking at a majority of mixed percentage being from the House and maybe 1 or 2 from outside.
All right. So moving forward with the eviction, 48%, which is a lot. Being the fact that 5 people are on the block, 48% is a lot. Went to Swish. Swish is out. And Nick Klaus is the first person to lose somebody on his team, which, let's be fair, he didn't even choose him. So,
Yeah.
how do you feel Nick Klaus even did anything to help Swish?
I mean, I think Swish was unsavable. Like, there was nothing any coach could have done. Like, the damage was done.
Like, I don't see why. Like, the reason he probably wasn't picked is because, like, I could get work, so I'm not going to pick him because this could go either. This is just unpredictable, so I'm not going to pick him. And when he stayed,
do you think the coaches knew though that the last round picks were going to go up?
They didn't. Doodle said they did not know.
Oh.
then I guess that doesn't make sense then.
It was just like there was no saving Swish, no matter who. Like, he could have made the best blog ever, and he still would have gone. So.
All right. So now let's talk about this House vote, because let's get this right. The House did nominate Tin Man and Best K, but when the eviction comes back, Swish receives 10 of the housemates' vote, and Best K only got 2. Which
Best
comes.
K got none. Oh,
Who?
no, I see it now. I see it.
You got 2.
They
So
just put best.
yeah, so it's like here, whose bright idea one was it to say I'm evicting Swish, and who was like, you know what? Yeah, I'll evict Swish too, because why not? And they just sheeped on and sheeped on and sheeped on, because why not do what a majority? Hence, I'm like doing the little finger thingy. Majority, wants.
I mean, Swish had to have been doing something wrong to have 10 people evict him. I just wish he could have gotten like a day to try to build some type of with these people, like give them a break. But
Oh gosh, you guys are so quiet. Can you give your
yes,
opinion?
I'm into it, man.
You guys want to be a panel? You got to give your opinion. What is up with this?
I don't
Apparently,
understand
you go ahead.
I don't understand why people evicted Mix in the house. Because the public wasn't going to evict him, so they weren't going to be backed up by that. So it was very unlikely that Mix was going to go home.
Did you want Mix to go home?
No.
Oh.
No, I'm confused about why the House voted to evict Mix. Oh well, those three votes. I'm confused about that.
It was probably the team Swish going after, Swish's team going after, putting all their votes on one person.
I don't know.
Why would
Mick, you go ahead.
that person?
What happened?
So, Mix told me that people were when he wasn't picked, he was seen as the biggest threat, not picked, and they were going to target him. Which I don't know if that's a smart move or not. But he told me he told me he was targeted because he was perceived as the biggest threat.
Do you see Mix as the biggest threat?
I don't see him as the biggest threat in the cast, but out of those nom-sets, maybe. I mean, Harley Quinn might be considered higher than him. I don't know.
I think you have to look at a bunch. If public threat, no, I don't think he was the biggest, but probably in-game threat of those five, I think he could easily be the biggest threat of the five.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So who? Okay, I know. I know. You won't probably want to answer, but who do you see the biggest threat in the game?
Popularity-wise, or
Can't stop saying Kenny. That's hard to say. I mean, you have to choose someone. Anyway,
well,
popularity.
There's someone that I'm rooting for, so I'm not gonna say.
Okay. I feel the biggest threat in the game is Andrew.
Well, he's nominated.
Nominated, yes, but I still see that.
Oh, and he might even be the one evicted.
Which
who did you say?
I've said Andrew, and I feel because I know how he plays, and I feel like he has some pull in that house, and I feel like people turned on him or whatever happened, why he's nominated for day 3, which we'll get to later. But I still feel like he's in a good position. If Tim goes, Andrew won't go up soon after that. That's how I feel.
I don't know. I feel like it's gonna be really hard for him to survive from the public, because I feel like the public might have a sour taste.
Preconceived notion, preconceived perception with him, I think, is what's gonna hurt Andrew.
So he did. Speaking of Andrew, apparently there was a coach drama in which I did or did I not say that the coaches would get involved this season, not just as a coach, but kind of like a player. And apparently,
I hope they do not get to be players. That would be terrible.
Not like. Okay, you get what I mean, Kenny.
They're
acting
involved.
like they're players, and they're getting involved
and they can do that because he's not going to come back on them. They won't suffer any repercussions or anything.
Sorry.
Well, kind of. Andrew tried to make a comeback on them, which I mean, in my opinion, it was useless for this blog to be made targeting John and Jake, because that's not going to do anything for your game. But
blog is useless in ZBB name.
Okay. But I'm sure that you guys read it. I had to skim through it because I was out. But what was this blog about?
It was about Jake and John. Basically, they're trying to get Andrew to self-nominate, supposedly. I don't know how. They were trying to get him to self-nominate
How
And they
do you
were
get
like,
someone to self-nominate?
like talk,
You vote yourself. You nominate yourself.
yeah. What he said was they said that he would gain support for self-nominating. I think is what they told him, which I think is like asinine. If it's true, this is just what Andrew said. And then he said how they were pretty much shit talking Alice and how she's the worst coach when as of right now she's probably the best coach.
So is there an alliance between John and Jake?
I think the carry is, yeah.
So they would basically try and help both of their teams? Would it not put a target on their teammates?
I mean, we saw this in BB14 where the coaches try to link up and stuff. Like, it's not like I don't think anyone is shocked that something like this is happening.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that this blog is still up with all this Skype information, but okay.
There wasn't any pictures of actual chat messages, so I think it's okay. He just had like the header with the people that are in it. So it's not really breaking any rules.
Well, Skype messages should be allowed because Zooper is basically on Skype 90% of the time anyway. So that's just
true. That's just semantics.
So let's just, before we do get to that blog, we just let us know that Andrew is nominated this round. Do you feel this blog did any justice for him, even though this is way before he got nominated?
I've seen. Oh, go ahead.
Now, does this blog gain popularity?
I think it done. I've seen mixed reactions on the blog. I think some people liked it and fed off of it, and some people are annoyed. And so I don't know because it kind of cancels I guess it cancels it out. I don't really think you'll know till tomorrow when the vote comes out.
It did gain him some supporters for sure. Because I actually really liked the blog, and I wasn't really rooting for Andrew going into the game. I thought he would do well, and I hope he would do well, but I didn't expect to probably save him against someone like Tin Man. But after this blog and then the other blogs he posted, it's something I'm actually really considering. Because I actually like it. So I do think he gains some fans with this.
I think that gained. I personally didn't like the blog very much. I just didn't like it. But I think that did gain him some support, though. Like, I've heard mostly positive things about it from people.
Yeah.
All right, so let's move forward on day 3 nominations. Ooh, it's like a very short episode. The day 3 nominations ended up being Andrew and Tin Man. Andrew is from Team who?
Alice.
Team Alice. And Tin Man is from Team Niklaus.
And I feel bad for Niklaus because his he lost Swish, and apparently Tin Man and Studa are against each other, so he's kind.
So basically, he picked the wrong people to coach.
I wouldn't say that because I think they Tin Man and Studa could still do well, but I would want my players to be working together rather than against each other.
Yeah.
So who I'm trying to think of someone on BB14 else like that. Will and Joe.
No.
Well, people didn't really. I think for the most part they got along, except people didn't really no one really liked Russell Hanson's brother.
Willie.
Willie.
He wore on everyone, so that's
That's
probably
true.
the closest thing. But they weren't really against each other.
Was Swish Willie this season?
I mean, that's
No.
a stretch.
No.
Yeah, that's a stretch.
That's a big stretch.
Okay, so we found out that AO7 was nominated by 9 votes. Tin Man was by 8. The guy received 5. Margaret received 4. Matthew received 3. And Gamer received 1. This vote is actually all over the place. Now, we don't know how day 2 votes ended up with how money, who got what. But at least this shows that not really a lot of people are sheeping on this vote. People try to do their own thing, which I like to see.
But if you look at it, the guy got spared by 3 votes. If the votes that were on Matthew got put on the guy, they would have 3 noms. It's how close.
True.
It's how close.
Yeah, I agree. What
I'm not a fan of this nom set at
what do you,
all. Kind of
what do you
disgusting.
see?
Yeah, I really want both of them to stay.
Well, I mean, what is your opinions on why they choose these people? Like these 4. Why them?
They're threats to
We
win.
don't. I don't
Yeah.
think we have no way of knowing why they chose those 4 people to go after.
The fact that we have no way of knowing, and they are the players in the game, and they should be making blogs on and letting us know. I mean, come on. We should know why these 4 are targeted. Or
Did you
no
read
one,
their blogs, name?
or no one
I'm pretty
making
sure
blogs.
someone described it.
I think that's gonna come out like that stuff's gonna come out like as the season progresses and as as the season moves around as it moves forward. Like that's information that comes out, the early game information leaks out like a leaky faucet as the game goes on. It's not just a constant flow of water, it's a slow drip over time as we find more and more information about what happened.
But Andrew and Tin Man, like I would say they're both nominated more because they broke a lot of burnt a few bridges with people who they were aligned with in the cast. Like
Yeah.
people saying Tin Man is flipping and that Strand is like lying to people. So that could be a factor at least.
And then
Shout out
you also
to
take
PD.
And then you also take into effect that they are kind of viewed as people that could potentially win the game. And if what Leza is saying is true that they're like the bridges are being burned, then that's just that's an easy nom for people to put up. Like that's a great nom for people because not only are you possibly getting someone out who could be hurting your game, but you're also taking out someone who could potentially win the game.
Yeah, I think this is actually a good set. I like this. I don't like it, but I do like it. Game, as a fan of just the game, it's like as a whole, because these are 2 threats to win. So I think it was, good on their part. But do I want either of them to go? No, I don't. I really don't.
No.
It's
Yeah.
I don't even know how I'm gonna vote. I'm literally about to flip a coin because
same.
it's so hard.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I know that I didn't read anything today, but do the coaches have any hand in these nominations?
I really think they did because Andrew makes the blog he makes, and I think it was clearly some correlation between the 2.
Yeah. Especially when you look at the numbers of the votes, 9, that's at least you're looking at least 3 out of the 5 teams having a part in nominating him.
Yeah.
At least.
I see that. So this vote is actually hard because both Tin Man's a good strategist and AO7 he's just a good player all around with a bad personality, but
He's entertaining.
Oh my God.
He's entertaining. He's entertaining.
it is hard to decide who to evict.
I think if either of these players could gain their footing, I think they could really take it all the way.
Who's yellow?
That's what I hope happens if with the survivor of this. I hope that whoever survived this vote goes really deep in the game.
Do any of you
I
guys
think
know
they'll
who
get pretty far.
yellow is?
Yellow team?
Yeah. Whose coach is that?
Yellow.
Sorry.
Jake?
Yeah, it's Jake, isn't it?
It's Jake.
That's funny. That is like side by side. Okay. But as a guest, not on who you would evict, but as a guest, who do you feel like is going to be evicted?
I think Strand.
Yeah.
Just I think it's Strand. Strand has fans, but has people who hate him as well. I think Tim Man, he has fans and not really that many people who hate him. So I think Strand.
I think you look at the public. The public has like a little sour taste. Andrew has done a good job of getting some support recently, but I think there's just such a sour taste that a lot of people on the side have with him. And I think if you also just look into the effect of the players in the game, if he's going up against Jake and John, then Jake and John are going to try their best. I mean, of course they can't control their players, but they're going to try their best. I mean, if they got them nominated with 9 votes, then you could probably see him getting at least 9 eviction votes. That's 27 total. That's going to sink the ship.
I think Tin Man's gonna go out for some reason. I just have a feeling that
I think
It
it'll
would
be
suck
close.
if
I think it'll be
Niklaus-
close.
It would suck if Niklaus loses a member back to back, and then Studa goes up for
Yeah.
13.
I think if that is to happen, then I think Studa is going to be in a really, really tough spot.
Yeah,
Well,
Because then
apparently
it's just
she
such an easy,
nominated-
it's such an easy
she-
target for the House to just vote, everyone to vote out.
But Studa nominated the 2 that went up. So I don't think the coaches will have that big of an impact, because if she has allies with the other players, no one should be wanting to go all the way with their team, really. 'Cause if that's not what's in their best interest, then they just shouldn't do it. To go all the way with the members of their team. So she has allies.
so Studa
other
nominated.
people.
So, but basically the teams is you don't have to work with their teammate. It's just you have the same coach.
Yeah, exactly.
And so, I mean, that's good on Studa's part in that she's playing her own game and she's
She
not being
explained why.
controlled.
She said she had people that she trusted before, and that's why this is kind of interesting, I guess, because you have a day or 2 days really to talk and everything and see who you want to work with, and then the coaches come in and you might not be able to work with people you want to work with based off who the coaches pick, or you can just do your own thing, which is what I hope the players would do anyway, regardless of where they ended up with their coaches, is do their own thing and do what's best for them individually.
All right. So I'm just gonna go. So this is gonna be a question that's gonna go down the line. It's been 3 days now. Everyone at least posted a blog now. Rank the teams on all of them together. Which is the best team? Kenny, you start.
The best team.
Yeah, rank them all down from all 5.
Gosh.
As of right now, I would probably say Jake's is number 1. What color is Magic? Is Magic purple?
Magic's red,
No.
I think. Magic's red.
That's Magic.
Purple. Magic is purple.
I got Alice is
Magic's
purple.
red. Magic's red. Alice is purple.
Alice is purple.
Oh, okay. Magic is red. I would put probably. This is tough. I don't even know the colors. Who did the kid pick? Okay, he's green. So yeah, it's CJ, the guy in mix. I think I put the kid second, and then third I would put 4th Magic. It's kind of a tie between Alice and Magic, and of course Nick is last because he lost Swish and Tim Man is on the block, so it's just not looking good for him.
Jacob.
I think right now, I think Magic's probably in the best spot because I think, I don't see I think Gamer, Matthew, and Arcturus, or however you pronounce him, are going to get I don't know, all single digits, 5th, 6th area. I think they're all going to get pretty far. Who's
Do
in
you
the best
see
position?
either
right
of them winning though? Do you see them getting?
now? I don't think any of them are. I don't think any of them are going to win, but I think they're all going to get pretty far. I guess. Yeah.
John.
Well, you have to. I
Oh,
thought
sorry.
we were doing 1 through 5.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
sure. 1 to 5.
Second, I'm probably going to say Alice's team. Third, I don't know, probably Jake's. And then 4th Kid, 5th Niklaus.
All right. John.
I'm gonna go first. I'm gonna go Magic as well because there isn't really a lot of negativity going towards his team, and it looks like that the team is doing a really good job as a whole, and just in general as individual players. And I think that's going to be interesting for them. And I think they are just in the best spot right now in the game. I think then I'd have to go with Jake and his team, and then I'd go with Alice. Then I'd go with the kid, and then I'd end it out with, of course, Niklaus.
All right. And Lisa.
I think when you look at it without the nominations and who's been evicted, I think yeah, Nicholas would actually have like a good team, but obviously that's not true right now. Yeah, I'd go with the kid, because I think all those three are well liked by the public right now, and I think that they could go far, but they also, like, all three of them have a good shot at winning. Then go maybe is it Magic? Yeah,
Magic's
yeah,
red.
for the same reason. Like I think they're all in good spots. But I mean I don't really see any of them winning. And then maybe Jake, and then who was left? Who's
Alice.
left?
Alice.
Alex.
I think
Yeah.
I think the kid has probably like the best all around team. If you look at it, I think
You said
Yep.
that
all
TJ
three.
can't win.
That doesn't mean he won't do well. I do think TJ is a pretty good player at times, though. I don't think he will win. I will stand by that. But I think the kid has the best all around team. Like you look at Nick's team, you know, he had two really good players and he got switched, which brought him down a ton of notches. But
Well, yeah.
I think the kid has the best all around team.
Well, I agree with that. And my picks would be the kid would definitely, in my opinion, would have the best team, followed by Magic, and followed by Jake, Alice, and then Niklaus. And I mean, Student's playing good, but you just gotta obviously take the points off for Swish being evicted and Tim Man going up twice, even though he's not really up twice.
Student
But-
just messed. Oh, go ahead.
What happened?
Student messaged me that she wanted me to see. Look, she wanted to talk about her blog.
Let me find her blog.
We'll take requests.
I gotta go search her.
I got it.
Oh, you do? Well,
Yeah.
you gotta
I don't know.
send it to me. Just send it to me.
Well, I'm talking to you guys on my phone,
Oh,
and
gosh,
I put
thanks.
it up on my laptop.
I got it.
Let me get it.
What's her name? Oh gosh, I don't even know. Freaking
It's in top.
TDDQ.
It's in top blogs. It's in top blogs, so it's not that hard to find.
I see it.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay.
Do you want me to send it to you?
I got it. It's up.
Oh. I personally don't like
Well,
it.
I think we decided to not talk about this because it was in response to Jeremy. So I guess Jeremy has nothing to do with this season. So that's why I think it wasn't really a topic of
She's so
conversation.
familiar. I know this face from somewhere.
Awkward. TV show. TV was really bad.
No, I did like it because I like the way it was put up. Like I like the information she gave and everything, but like I said, it's kind of irrelevant to what. Like we're not going to talk about Jeremy because he has nothing to do with this season. So, but I did like her blog. I thought it was nice.
So, in the blog though, she is saying that she did nominate the guy in Margaret, which I'm guessing people wanted up for being popular threats, but she sided with them. It seems because Andrew is a strategic whatnot. Andrew is strategic, but is it better to side with the populars over the strategic or the strategic over the popular?
I think her thing was she wanted to go with people who she trusted. Because she says that later on about Tim Man that she just didn't trust Tim Man, so she wanted to go with people who she trusted, and you can't blame someone for that.
She claims that the public wanted Margaret and the guy to be nominated. Is that what we wanted?
No. Not
No.
particularly.
I think I would have been equally upset with that and the current one.
Agreed.
See, look, she said what I literally said in my own. Andrew, he does he makes himself close with everybody, and he makes sure that he has you. Now, he did get nominated because obviously it's not hard to realize that he's playing a big game, but I do still feel if he survives this eviction, he has a chance to still be a good key in this house, key role in the house, in the game.
Mm,
Do you not agree?
I don't know. I kind of disagree. I feel like he's gonna have a hard time finding his footing, in my opinion. I think he might be safe for a round or two, but then he's gonna just find his way back on the block. Unfortunately,
Who?
Andrew.
Well,
I hope
I
not.
think
I
he's
hope
probably
that's
good
not
another
true.
two.
This isn't even a sheep, but this is a lamb.
I don't
Okay.
want Andrew to go up, but I just feel like he is. Like I just feel like I just have a tingly gut feeling that's what's gonna happen.
Of course,
I think Tim's probably his main comp.
I hope this whole 9 and 8 person alliance doesn't, hold hard.
But the 15-person alliance didn't last long, so the 9-person alliance won't last long.
But it could be enough to sink someone's ship.
Yeah. You need to learn, if you're on the top of this 9-person alliance, don't break away. If you're on the bottom of this 9-person alliance, or you feel like you're on the top, but you're not, break away and play your own game.
If they
That's just how it
feel
is.
like they're on the top, then why would they break away?
Well, because you can feel like you're on the top, but also know that you're really not, but you still feel it, but you're not.
Yeah, like
You
you
know what I
can
mean?
yourself, making yourself feel comfortable.
Yeah, if you have to convince yourself that you're in a good spot, you're probably not.
I mean, you don't have to be at the top, but just make sure you have allies within that alliance that you feel you can, if you need to shake some things up, you can do it.
All right. Well, we are reaching the end of our episode. We already said who we think about the nominations or whatever, blah blah. So yeah, that's just the end of the episode.
We did get two questions on your
We did.
episode post.
Yeah. Okay.
Plus, Pidu wanted me to give him a shout out.
Yeah.
I gave Peter a shout out.
Pidu's
I gave
being
him
a
a shout
pain.
out.
Pidu being Pidu.
Well, let's answer these.
Lucas has a question for you, Name. He says, "What are your takes on the judges?" Which I mean, coach. I think he means coaches. And how do you feel about not being one of them?
Yeah. I went on a rant to Superdoodle about the fact that no matter how good these coaches are, there are people who actually played a game that didn't rely popularity-wise, and that's what some people need. And you need people to kind of to relate to. And I think people could relate to me if I was a coach.
I think you're too young to be one.
I don't care how my age is nothing but a number. Okay. I mean, I'm not mad. I'm not a coach. It's what would I coach? I would just give my opinion, and probably they would get evicted over it. But I think it's fine, coaches. Do you think this could be one of the best seasons of ZBB ever? I do feel like this is a good season for ZBB. I mean, out of the newer seasons is not bad.
I think it's a good cast.
Yeah,
I don't know
11 and 13 were kind of shit, and 12 was just, people don't even speak about it anymore.
Bro.
Shh, don't remind me, please. Don't remind me.
I didn't hate 11. I liked it somewhat.
Yeah, Hobo and Sir Dragon, you both played 12, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were on the block together. We were on the block against each other.
Yeah, we were. And we beat you. It was great.
Yeah, Liza beat us. No hard feelings.
And I already said who I think is playing the best game, in which that is Andrew.
How do you?
I already explained it.
That's funny. That's the funniest thing we've said all on call all day.
Come on, Kenny, you were playing a good game in CBD 11, and you still got nominated like 3 times.
Nema's 14,
yeah, but
and he's on the block at the moment, and you think I don't think he has a good shot at leaving.
You were nominated for 15.
He has a good shot at leaving, though. Like, I don't understand how you can really compare.
Here's the thing. If Andrew survives and he makes it really far and he makes a good case, then yeah, maybe he'll be a good player. But right now, he's not playing the best game out of those people that are in the game right now. There's definitely a lot of other people that are playing way, way exceptionally better than him.
Well, I wouldn't say way, way, way exceptionally better because it's only 2 days, but I agree with you.
Okay. And last question before we end, and I go watch my sequester. Do you think the quality and potential of this cast will increase or decrease due to the major involvement of their coaches. Did I not say that the coaches are more important?
I think the interest, the
I think a lot of the players like need a coach. Like
Yeah.
but the two of them that needed him the most are out. But
I think the interest level will go up, but as far as quality of play, I think the quality of play will decline, if we're being honest.
I think quality of play might go down, but I think quality of entertainment might go up because we're just adding
Yeah.
a whole new layer of storyline and narrative. And if they do stay coaches, I think definitely it's gonna stifle the gameplay element of it, but definitely it's gonna bring a whole new level of drama and entertainment to the talks page like never before.
Okay.
Element of like second guessing yourself because your coach is like telling you what to do or like giving suggestions that you might not normally take into account, but you kind of have to like constantly be like analyzing yourself and like what you're doing.
Jacob, I have a quick question for you.
yeah,
Why do you always sound like our guest panel?
what?
Yesterday, I couldn't tell you and Drake apart, and now I can't tell you or Jacob apart.
Mean who?
You, Drake, from yesterday, Spinford.
I sound like I don't know.
Okay, because like literally, I'm reading the super chat, and Peach, shout out to Peach, is having the same issue.
Yeah.
Oh,
Too many white dudes in this panel.
Tonight is the Walking Dead finale.
Oh, don't spoil.
No spoilers.
I didn't
No,
even get to
I'm
see
not.
the
I didn't know it was the finale tonight. I'm like so pumped to watch it now. I might
All
have
right,
to stay
well,
up.
Well, that you have reached the end of our episode. I don't know if I will be back tomorrow. It might be on what's in 2 days, Tuesday. But I'll keep that updated, and I'm very interested to see who goes home and who gets nominated next and what the coaches are going to do next because these coaches are crazy. But until then, good night and take care.